Hey, what's up, everybody? Brandon here for Red State, and it's finally happened after a very long time. Elon Musk has finally taken over Twitter. He walked in like some conquering hero on Wednesday, literally with a kitchen sink or a bathroom sink, I don't care, it's a sink, in his hands, all for a dad joke, which, to be honest with you, I am perfectly okay with at this point. Elon Musk is taking over after Twitter had basically silenced a lot of people for a very, very long time, including yours truly. They had abused and corrupted Twitter. It is 100% a leftist-controlled platform, super biased, and that's one of the reasons Elon Musk wanted to take it over in the first place, was because it is a de facto town square, and it needs to behave like one. People need to be able to share their ideas without fear of being silenced or censored. This is something that's been necessary for a society to thrive and function properly. Twitter has made it clear that they did not want that to happen. Many Twitter employees were fighting tooth and nail to make sure that this never came about, that the right never got their fair say in a subject or any kind of conversation. And that's why Elon Musk sprang into action. So we can expect some things going forward. For one, a lot of the people who were shadow banned will be released from their shadow ban. Hopefully me too. Because I've been shadow banned for a very long time. And trust me, for a guy who has around 44 to 45,000 followers, you would figure I would have a higher interaction rate. I don't. Also, the people who were banned from the platform are going to be able to come back. And banned for wrongthink, I should add. Obviously, there were people out there who were doing some illegal things or saying some things that could definitely be considered calls to violence. They probably won't be invited back, but people I imagine like Alex Jones will be invited back. Project Veritas will be invited back. I imagine Milo Yiannopoulos will be invited back. A lot of people who were kicked off the platform over the course of years are probably going to make a return, including Donald Trump. A lot of people say he's probably not going to come back. He has said he's not going to come back, but I imagine he's going to come back. But what else can we look forward to? Well, I think that we have a clue. We can look it up at redstate.com right now. Go to redstate.com and sign up for the VIP program. You can use promo code SAVEAMERICA, which will give you 40% off. You're going to get a lot of content behind the paywall that you're not going to get up front. And trust me, that stuff is worth it. Let's dive in here. Elon Musk drops hints as to where he's taking Twitter, and the future looks bright. So, one of the first things that I saw him do today was he addressed the advertisers. Now, a lot of people were probably scared in the corporate world. Were scared because whenever you hear that a platform is going to be a free-for-all, it usually means that you're going to get a lot of shady characters coming in, a lot of extremists, a lot of weirdos coming in and spouting off some very weird stuff. Certain people who think that, a free-for-all means, or free speech means, I can say this and it'll break the law, and that's perfectly fine. It's free speech. Elon Musk is going to make sure, according to him, that there still are some bumpers there to stop things from getting too out of control. And he wrote this. It was a letter to advertisers that he had tweeted out. And let's go ahead and take a look at this now. He said, I wanted to reach out personally to share my motivation in acquiring Twitter. There has been much speculation about why I bought Twitter and what I think about advertising. Most of it has been wrong. The reason I acquired Twitter is because it is important to the future of civilization to have a common digital town square where a wide range of beliefs can be debated in a healthy manner without resorting to violence. There is currently great danger that social media will splinter into far right-wing and far left-wing echo chambers that generate more hate and divide our society. I don't disagree with that, actually. The problem with Facebook and Twitter and many other of these mainstream platforms is that, like YouTube, is that it silences the opposition. You can only have one kind of thought, one kind of ideology, and that really does nothing but help that ideology get way more into itself. It creates a bubble where certain ideas are rejected out of hand, and it doesn't really allow for conversation or debate. It doesn't allow for, finding the truth effectively. And that can really hurt people in their beliefs, in their ideas. It can really bring people down the wrong path, and sometimes that does lead to radicalism. Sometimes it does lead to extremism. You can see it right now in Antifa, who have been fed the same nonsense over and over and over again in a bubble, and it's pretty much just focused itself into this violent extremism. And that's something that's got to go. You have to have good discourse in order for a stable society to be achieved. That's just the truth. So that's one of the reasons that I think that what Elon Musk is doing is great, because not only will it stop the mainstream platforms, which are radically left, from creating more radical leftism, which we don't need, it'll also stop the right from bubbling itself. Now, the right was far less in danger of bubbling itself because it tends to allow free speech. But the issue with that is that whenever you have a platform that was created with the idea of free speech and a lot of right-leaning people go there, it's going to consist mainly of right-leaning people, and that can also form a bubble, which can also not be very good for anybody. So it's good. It's good that we have something that is being brought back to a fair center. In the relentless pursuit of clicks, much of traditional media has fueled and catered to those polarized extremes, as they believe that that is what brings in the money. But in doing so, the opportunity for dialogue is lost. That is why I bought Twitter. I didn't do it because it would be easy. I didn't do it to make more money. I did it to try to help humanity, whom I love. And I do so with humility, recognizing that failure in pursuing this goal, despite our best efforts, is a very real possibility. I appreciate that from Elon Musk. I really do. I think that this is something that should be tried. I realize that the internet is a polarizing place. It's very easy to get into your corners. It's not easy always to have a debate and lose that debate or be proven wrong. That can suck. It doesn't feel good, and that's one of the reasons that, we kind of retreat into our respective groups and stay there. But I like this idea that you're going to invite more people to have a conversation and to debate. And at some point in time, if we're going to grow as a society, we have to be okay with being proven wrong. We have to sometimes lose debates and, be happy about the fact that we learned something. It's never going to feel too good, but hey, you know what? It's better that we go through that than not. And I think that's where Musk's head's at, and I appreciate that. That said, Twitter obviously cannot become a free-for-all hellscape, where anything can be said with no consequences. In addition to adhering to the laws of the land, our platform must be warm and welcoming to all, where you can choose your desired experience according to your preferences, just as you can choose, for example, to see movies or play video games ranging from all ages to mature. So it tells me that Elon Musk is going to set a program or try to make options for your Twitter experience. You can filter out this, filter out that. You can make sure that, certain content isn't going to enter your feed from certain subjects, it sounds like. It could be politics. It could be video games, it could be movies, it could be the Kardashians. Whatever you want to choose, it can be filtered out for your experience, and people can have whatever kind of focused idea of Twitter that they want. I also very much believe that advertising, when done right, can delight, entertain, and inform you. It can show you a service or product or medical treatment that you never knew existed but is right for you. For this to be true, it is essential to show Twitter users advertising that is as relevant as possible to their needs. Low relevancy ads are spam, but highly relevant ads are actually content. He's not wrong. Again, I think that, we're talking focused content here, and it sounds to me like he is going to give advertisers a lot more freedom and creativity to push things on the platform. Fundamentally, Twitter aspires to be the most respected and advertising platform in the world that strengthens your brand and grows your enterprise. To everyone who has partnered with us, I thank you. Let us build something extraordinary together. Okay, so it sounds like he is going to make this, first and foremost, profitable. It's going to be profitable, and I feel like that is a big deal because Twitter has not been profitable for a long, long time. It has bled cash, and it sounds to me like he's going to try and turn that around. But it's not just that. Here's something else that we can expect, and I feel like as Twitter users, this is really great for us. Zuby Music, he's a rapper, and he's pretty good. You should go check him out. He tweeted at Elon Musk in response to this, and it said, yes, also Twitter should find a way to compensate, monetize, partner with its top creators like every other social media app. A small percentage create all the high engagement content and keep the site active, to which Elon Musk replied simply, absolutely. Now, I don't know what that means. It could very well mean that he is going to do what a lot of platforms are doing right now on social media, and that's actually monetize content creation. And it will inspire more content creation from top performers and actually have people go pretty hard on Twitter in terms of creating stuff for people to come look at. I think that this is long overdue. And I do think that with all of that happening, you're probably going to see more advertisers willingly and willfully come and give Elon Musk more money because it's just going to attract more people. We'll see how that plays out, how they're going to implement that. I think it's probably going to go well beyond that. But I do hope that Elon Musk succeeds. I really do. I hope that Elon Musk succeeds because I do think at the end of the day, what we need is more conversation, more debate. We need two sides of the story. Because right now, really only one is technically allowed. You can say other things, but it has to be within a certain context. They get to control the narrative. And for the longest time, you couldn't mention certain things. One that I can't even mention on YouTube because the last time I even remotely said that we should have a conversation about it, I was struck. The video was struck down. You can go see it on Rumble right now. That's where we have everything that YouTube has tried to take down. And I'll be honest with you. I see a lot of these people fighting against Elon Musk, fighting against these platforms, and it really only strengthens my opinion that Elon Musk is doing the right thing. Any entity, any group that goes out there and tries to stop you from speaking in order to stop your idea from flourishing tells me that they're not the good guys. These aren't the people that you want in charge of anything, whether it be a social media platform or Washington. There's a quote from Game of Thrones that Tyrion Lannister says, and he says that when you rip a man's tongue out, you're only proving that you fear what he has to say. You're not really silencing him. So I think that's the same thing. They fear what you have to say, and it tells me that they fear you. They fear what you have to say, your ideas. And each of you are probably far more powerful than you really understand. I think Elon Musk does understand this. He knows that a simple idea spoken by a nobody could spark a fire that grows and grows and grows until it consumes society. It wouldn't be the first time it's happened. It's been happening through all of human history. But that's how societies advance, through ideas. Everything is first an idea. And I think that we need ideas to thrive. And anybody who is trying to get in the way of ideas from being freely spoken and passed around and thriving is not the good guy. History very, 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 very rarely looks down on those kinds of people with any sort of goodness or appreciation. So the future is bright. The future looks good. And I really hope Elon Musk ushers in something that changes society, because right now, as far as I think society does need a change. It needs a big change. Right now, we have authoritarians running amok. We've got bad information being given from all sorts of people, especially those who are in charge. Mainstream, legacy news, legacy media entities, they are trying to control a conversation that should not be controlled. And Twitter will become one of the biggest beachheads in the coming months. Guaranteed. I can't wait to see what happens.